his latest strike, US President Donald Trump has signed a new travel ban restricting entry to the United States from 12 different countries. There are visa limitations on 7 other countries. The order revives an immigration agenda that Trump had pushed in his first term as well, but this time he seems to have done more homework. This time he seems to be on better legal footing. But one curious missing piece in the 12 countries is Pakistan, despite knowingly harboring internationally proscribed terrorists. US President Donald Trump signed a travel ban on 12 countries, primarily in Africa and the Middle East. He's reviving an effort from his first term to prevent large number of immigrants and visitors from entering the United States. The ban, which goes into effect from Monday, bars travel to the United States by citizens of Afghanistan, Myanmar, Chad, the Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Sudan, Yemen, Somalia, among others. Trump also imposed restrictions, but he stopped short of a full ban on travelers coming in from Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, and Venezuela. People from these countries cannot come to the United States either permanently. They will neither get tourist visas or student visas. This decision resurrects a policy from Trump's first term. Back then, it had caused massive chaos at airports around the United States. It even led to numerous legal challenges. But in this latest move, Trump's sweeping crackdown on immigration after he blocked asylum at the southern border, he also barred international students from entering Harvard University, and of course, the numerous immigration raids that have been ordered across the country. This decision came days after an Egyptian man in Colorado was arrested and charged with carrying out an attack on Jews. He threw Molotov cocktails at Jews who were honoring hostages who were held in Gaza by Hamas, the terror outfit. The Trump administration had warned that there would be a crackdown after this attack in Boulder, Colorado. Curiously, Egypt is not one of the countries which is banned by the White House.
The recent terror attack in Boulder, Colorado has underscored the extreme dangers posed to our country by the entry of foreign nationals who are not properly vetted, as well as those who come here as temporary visitors and overstay their visas. We don't want them.
The current version of the Trump travel ban is more likely to withstand legal scrutiny than his initial efforts during his first term. They seem to have learned some lessons from the 3 different sets of litigation that were gone through during the first term, but a lot is actually going to depend upon how this ban is going to be enforced by ICE, Immigrations and Customs. Whether this law is applied in ways that are themselves unlawful or even unconstitutional. If that's the case, then the courts will have to come down and crack down on this new travel ban. But there are significant differences between this ban and the first term ban. There were several months that led up to this ban. Trump has been in office for a number of months now. There was analysis that was done, a deep dive by the Secretary of State and the State Department. The range of countries that have been put in the ban this time around makes it much less vulnerable than the ban that was issued in the first term. People with existing visas would be exempt from this ban. Other exemptions include people who have green cards, athletes who are traveling to the United States to represent these countries either in a World Cup or in the Olympics. Also special exemption for those Afghan nationals who are part and who are eligible for the Special Immigrant Visa Program. Now, this is a special program that is designed for certain Afghan nationals who helped the US government during the war in Afghanistan. All of these people are exempt from the new travel ban. Trump has long outraged against migration from Muslim countries. During his first presidential campaign, he had proposed a full ban on any Muslims entering the country from these set of countries. In a video message that he released from the White House, Trump alluded to increased migration into Europe over the last decade. He says that was driven largely by migrants who were fleeing from Syria or Yemen, most of them Muslim-majority countries, and he says that's why Europe has become what it has today. He also claimed that his first-term travel ban had helped protect America from terror attacks.
In my first term, my powerful travel restrictions were one of our most successful policies, and they were a key part of preventing major foreign terror attacks on American soil. We will not let what happened in Europe happen to America.
During his first term, Trump tried to enforce 2 versions of a travel ban, but the courts eventually came down and blocked them. the Supreme Court eventually permitted a rewritten order on the ban, one that affected citizens from 8 countries. 6 of those 8 countries predominantly happen to be Muslim countries. But that list later evolved. The first travel ban, in fact, inspired mass protests. There was chaos at airports across the United States. At one point, the Homeland Security Secretary had to clarify that all green card holders, even from these banned countries, could enter the United States. Trump justified the travel ban as necessary for national security, but his critics say it discriminates against people solely based on their ethnicity and religion. And then subsequently, after he demitted office in 2021, President Joe Biden back then revoked Trump's travel ban. He called them a stain on America's national conscience. But the exclusion of Pakistan from this latest travel ban has sparked considerable debate. And that is particularly given Pakistan's history with terrorism and the presence of internationally proscribed terrorists within Pakistani territory. This decision appears to be influenced by a complex set of factors. There's geopolitical strategy at play. There's also potential family business interests, particularly when it comes to the Trump family's connections with cryptocurrency ventures in Pakistan. Pakistan has long been associated with harboring terrorists, whether it's Masood Azhar, the founder of Jaish-e-Mohammed, Hafiz Saeed, the founder of Lashkar-e-Taiba, both of them designated as global terrorists by the United Nations Security Council. Azhar was listed as a proscribed terrorist under UNSC Resolution 1267 in 2019 after the Pulwama attack. Hafiz Saeed was proscribed in December of 2008, a month after the 26/11 attacks. Both of these individuals and their terror organizations have been wanted for a number of terrorist attacks in India. In January 2025, President Trump signed Executive Order 14161 with the aim to enhance vetting and screening of all foreign nationals entering the United States. That order eventually led to travel restrictions on several countries. However, Pakistan was notably absent from that list. This omission of Pakistan has raised considerable eyebrows, particularly given Pakistan's track record with terrorism, as I outlined a moment ago. In fact, strategic affairs expert Brahma Chalani suggested on social media that this exclusion of Pakistan might actually reflect an underlying anti-India bias, which he claims runs deep within the US deep state. Additionally, past developments have also indicated that countries who have business ties to Trump organization or to the Trump family, like the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, even Turkey, have been excluded from previous travel bans. That possibly indicates a potential conflict of interest. Now, in the context of Pakistan, World Liberty Financial, WLF, which is a cryptocurrency firm established in 2024 and has significant ties with the Trump family owns a 60% stake in World Liberty Financial. This company, in April of 2025, signed a letter of intent with the Pakistan Crypto Council to promote blockchain adoption and decentralized finance integration in Pakistan. Many are now asking for Trump to prioritize family business interests over considerations of national security by excluding a country like Pakistan. Does that not raise a severe question?
News18.com marches way ahead of the Times of India with 38% more users on native and social platforms. Network 18, the undisputed leader of news networks, way ahead of the Times.